Hi, this is Joshua Kulp for Daf Shevui. We are learning Masechet Avodah Zarah, Daf Yud Gimmel. And today I wanted to talk about Tsar Balei Chaim, causing needless pain to animals, which really I should translate not needless pain to animals, but causing pain to animals. The rabbis have a prohibition that comes up in our sugya called Tsar Balei Chaim, pain to living animals. And it's problematic because our sugya seems to suggest that in a particular circumstance, a human being can cause what seems to be needless pain to an animal. The situation is as follows. A Jew bought an animal at a fair or a festival or some kind of holiday of an idolater. We prohibit that, and as a punishment to him, he has to render the animal useless, which the Gemara reads as behema te'aker. Let it be rendered like useless in a certain way, where they talk about hamstring it or maybe cutting a tendon in its leg such that it can't walk again, which if the animal was bought for most reasons besides eating, then that will render it useless. It won't be able to be used. And the Gemara says, there's pain caused to it. Remember, the only reason to do this is because the Jew transgressed a prohibition of buying at a Gentile fair or festival. So how can we say behema te'aker? Doesn't that cause pain to the animal? And really we should cause pain to the animals just as a punishment to the Jew? What about the animal? And I think it's a very good question. I think it's good that the Gemara brought it up. It's a question that I had when I read this sugya. The solution is a little bit more difficult. Amar Abaye, Amar Rachmana. Abaye says the Torah says, Etzu sehem te'aker. Render their animals useless or hamstring their horses, not only animals. And this comes from a pasuk in Sefer Yehoshua in chapter 11 of the book of Joshua, where God is telling Israel that they're going to have a great victory tomorrow, and that when they get out into the battlefield, they should hamstring their horses, or they're promising him, God's promising them that they will be able to win this battle, and one of the ways to win the battle is by hamstringing the horses. Now, what this seems to be, and there are Rishonim that learn this from this sugya, that whenever there is some use for a human being, it is permitted to cause pain to animals. Now, we may be discomforted by this, but the truth is, in a meat-eating society, in a society where many people wear leather, it really would be hypocritical to say you can't cause any pain to animals when you're killing them. Killing, certainly under most circumstances, causes pain. And it seems to me, although we can limit the amount of pain caused in killing, there's going to be some pain at some point, even with Jewish methods. Painless seems to be an exaggeration. But we fight wars to save people's lives. We kill animals. There are many cases, unfortunately, in the real world where pain is caused to animals, and there is a reason for it, some human benefit. And then the question is there real human benefit? Is it avoidable? If it's avoidable, then Halacha would say you should not cause pain to animals. If there is no human benefit, just for frivolous activities, then one is not supposed to, it is strictly prohibited, either d'oraita or d'Rabbanan, to cause pain to animals. I actually had this argument with a family member this summer that I think, and some of you may not like hearing this, but I think that fishing, in order to throw the fish back into the water, in other words, sport fishing, is a deeply problematic, probably prohibited Jewish activity, because you're causing pain to the animals just for the sport of it, without any real tangible benefit to human beings. Hunting for sport surely is prohibited. Any activity that causes pain to animals without some real tangible benefit should seem to be prohibited. In this case, I think remains in my eyes something that gives me a little trouble. Just to prevent the Jew from transgressing, we allow that animal to be to have pain caused to him. So what can I say? There are sometimes when I find the answers in the Gemara to be deeply satisfying, and sometimes when I find them to be partly troubling and things that I would not want to see done in my own life.